the cloud.
Okay. So, all right, so we're gonna have to go on Facebook here very soon. So if you can hit okay, your meeting is being recorded, so.
Right now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
will go away
And
then.
remind me
Mhm.
where I record.
You just said record to the cloud, right?
I did, but how do I get Facebook?
Oh, I'm gonna, oh,
We don't do it on my computer.
okay, no, I'm gonna make Jan the co-host, or the host.
Okay,
So, Jan, where am I? Jan Carlson, make host. Yes. Okay,
you are host now, okay.
and so am I co-host? So you make me co-host?
Oh, okay.
Hey Rochelle, will you have the live video on your Facebook page?
On Upper Midwest Bead
Ah,
Society
okay, I need to
Facebook
find it.
page.
Okay. Live stream, yes,
Live stream.
on Facebook.
Continues, Jan.
Need to put anything else in?
Дима, может, ты поделишься?
Yeah.
Is that when it comes out?
I looked and all I could find was it in share.
Part one, and then I read somewhere that said every Tuesday you have two. or
Sure,
something.
Yep,
Okay,
share.
what's the
Page,
third?
now select your
Well,
page,
that's
Upper
because
Midwest
it
Bead
started up
Society
first.
live. Okay, Svetlana, your thing is where the camera is.
Is it live now?
Yeah, hi
Mhm.
everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Upper Midwest Bead Society. We're so excited that you're here to join us today. We've got so much fun and exciting things going on. I know it's a hot summer day and most of you are out playing, but we're here beading, and so you too could make some flowers that last forever. These would be perfect gift for mom. And since Mother's Day is tomorrow, we're so darn excited to share them with mom. And so if your garden is not growing yet, then you could make them as well. So here's a really fun way. We have lots of fun activities. So please join us for our June activities. We have coming up at on the Bead Society Monday night. Which one is it? The July 7th, Jan?
Okay.
We have our in-person meeting and it will be here at the Edina Senior Center as well. This is where we are in Edina. And so we are so glad. And so we're going to have Tama Swain Solomon in person. It'll be June 2nd. And so open beading will start at 4:30 and then we will go live at 6:30. And then we'll also have Tama Swain Solomon for our Let's Be Live on June 7th. And that'll be a trunk show and all sorts of wonderful things. So join us in June for our in-person meeting Monday, June 2nd. And you can find out more information about everything coming up soon to be posted on our website, umbs.org. But today we are so excited. We have the master super beater herself, Svetlana Sepagina. Oh my gosh, we're so darn excited. She's award-winning bead artist. She's written books and she's got videos and she's got the greatest channel on YouTube as well.
Thank you.
So you really should follow her. And so if you didn't bring your supplies for this, she also has kits. So we'll turn everything over to Svetlana and she'll tell you about her amazing Daisy project, all about the wonderful kits you can also get from her. So then you can make this project as well at home, exactly like she does. And so we're so looking forward to seeing you. Have fun beading with us today. You want a spotlight, Jan?
You want to spotlight her for everyone?
I did. I am here, see it.
Let's see here. Let me try it again. There you go. Perfect.
Mhm. Hello
It's just-
all.
I know, but I already had that. But it wasn't- different.
Yeah, I'm so thrilled to be here today and teach these stylish beaded daisy earrings for the Upper Midwest Bead Society. But let me show you some pictures first. So, as you might know, I'm a French beading artist, and I always liked to create very large monumental pieces that usually find their way to the museums, and like I like them to be like as big as possible, not natural size. Like here you can see the size of this Amazon lily. Yeah, the birch tree is of course not the real size, but still interesting, like bonsai tree. This was my Kala lilies wedding bouquet and the boutonniere. Yeah, this natural size, like real size, cup-shaped beaded rose, and this passion flower. Yeah, very, very big work. Yeah, and this peonies. And this is probably my heaviest piece, which is the poinsettia.
Wow.
It's
Mm.
so pretty.
That's lovely.
And that's like a life-size table piece.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
your
Yeah, you can
normal-
see here a picture in comparison to my size.
I think they're pretty pot.
Yeah, and this is the tallest piece of mine, the sunflower.
Nice. How
Also.
tall is that? Like
Oh,
2 feet
almost
tall?
1 yard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like real size. Like you see, this is the sunflower that bloomed near our house, and I just took a picture one summer and then created.
So is there a stone at the center? Oh, no, it's beaded.
Yeah, it's
Very-
all beaded. Yeah, and then when my life got busier and I started to have a full-time job, I now don't have so much time to do beading or to do such large pieces. So I decided that I want something smaller. Yeah, so probably I need to switch to something smaller, like that doesn't take you like several months to create, but only a few days, for example. And my first idea was to start making like little cute flowers, for example, daisies, cornflowers. It can be any flowers that you can find in the blooming field. So I created this pattern and this bouquet of flowers, and then I thought, oh, everybody was always asking me, why don't you make jewelry? And frankly speaking, I already tried to create some jewelry, but I felt like this is the time to start doing it again. So from this bouquet, I just used a similar pattern, but a little bit smaller. So I created these earrings. Then I thought, what if I try using not white, but like pink beads? And I created these earrings for my mom. So she actually had a t-shirt with flowers like that, like pink and blue flowers all over her t-shirt. That's why I decided to make two different colors in one pair. So, and also the style of these earrings is asymmetrical. So like one is bigger, one is smaller. But you can always decide to make like two flowers like this if you want like a more casual style, or two flowers, like two bigger flowers as well. You can make them yellow. And if you have a black center crystal or bead, you can make rudbeckias. And these rudbeckias are quite light yellow, but I will show you. I also tried to create, where is the picture? Just a sec. Yeah. Can you see me now?
Well, we're just trying to relaunch on Facebook because
Okay.
the internet connection timed out. So are you connected back again to try? This Bead Society go live, try again. It's perfectly being recorded. We're uploading the perfect recording to YouTube.
Okay, I can continue.
We're just
Or
trying to
should we wait?
relaunch on Facebook.
Okay.
So it'll be just 1 second to
Yeah,
relaunch
sure.
back on Facebook. There we go. Okay, so now we're back, I think.
Connection is timed
All
out.
right. Okay, we're live now. There you go. Keep going.
Yeah, so
Pervade signal.
I just
It
wanted,
just said connection timed out. Time's out earlier.
Okay, so then let me try mine. You make me host. I don't know. Cause it says we're live. But it's waiting for the signal. So that's still live.
If you didn't like it, I had renamed me.
Stream. I'm on Facebook.
Technical issues.
I know.
and they are always,
It just says it's because it's waiting for our live signal.
it's never 100% smooth.
No.
There are always issues.
Oh, look at the
with-
picture, I love it.
It's
Yeah.
so adorable.
That's sweet.
Okay, Kevin.
So you already started.
Just got my beads on.
She's way ahead of us.
Well, no, that's the slow part, so that's all I get.
Do you have a bead spinner? No.
But I have them all on this time.
Видишь на моей странице на Фейсбуке? На Фейсбуке.
No, okay, that way.
Is it a problem with the Wi-Fi?
Well, Facebook, it lets us in, but then it bounces us, it was bouncing me back out again.
Mm.
And I would try to restart it.
All right, I think. It says you're live just now. Here you go, you're back. Wait, our signal keeps going away. And I'm running on a hotspot. But it was just showing you just now.
Waiting for the
Connection
live
has
signal.
timed out. Please
See,
try
that's
again.
exactly what I was getting.
It should resume.
So I think it's a Facebook thing.
Oh yeah, it's already a
We're
few
trying
videos.
Technical issues.
Can we take the video and put it up later on Facebook? On video?
We can, you have to be able to download it somewhere, but yes.
Well, yeah, we
can.
download it to Uber,
And so,
you know, cause
but we have a whole bunch of all the beginning of her explaining was all there. So
Will it be saved?
it's like,
oh
it's
yeah,
all
it's
there.
already out there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which
It
is
just
good.
keeps saying was live, but now it says you're still live. Okay, connection was timed out again.
Hmm.
So why don't you just keep recording? We're still recording. And we'll just keep trying to get back on our
Can-
live stream. And so, but we're recording and we'll put the real video up there.
Can I somehow start the live stream from my laptop?
Yeah, if you want to try it, and stream it to, you can even put it on your Facebook page if you want to.
So should I go? Yeah, it's on
And
my
on our
Facebook.
page, you could direct them to hers.
Correct.
Oh, I can find where is the search button?
Well, you can stream it on yours, otherwise stream it wherever it'll let you stream.
Where? How to stream?
Well, on your computer.
Yeah, I
down
never
at the
tried.
bottom, it says more, it says go live on Facebook. One of those says go live on Facebook or stream live, streaming. Or do I have to make you the host?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm gonna make. Okay, Svetlana, we're gonna make you a co-host
Mhm.
or the host.
Should I go to upper?
Okay, I'm gonna make
Midwest.
you the host. Yes, I just made you the
Okay.
host.
Mhm.
Okay, so now when you go to more, down the very bottom of your Zoom screen, go back
Ah,
to
Zoom
Zoom,
screen. Okay.
go to the Zoom screen.
Our more
So now go to more and then it should say
Live
something
stream.
about live streaming.
on Facebook.
Correct.
And should I continue from where I stopped?
Continue as you, yeah, continue
Okay,
as you. It's okay. And if you want to type in the Zoom meeting description, let's be live with Svetlana Sevtlana.
Making her do all the work.
And create.
Type whatever you want. Okay, so now just go live. You're sharing on your timeline, go live.
Okay. Okay. Is it? Yeah, it says live. Should I press this button?
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. That's
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But I switch to Zoom, right?
Switch to Zoom.
Says live.
Oh.
Should I press this button?
You're good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But I switch to Zoom, right? If I am muted, can you hear me?
Cannot hear you.
No. But I switch to Zoom, right? If I am muted, can you hear me?
Cannot hear you.
No. But I switch to Zoom, right? If I'm muted, can you hear me?
Okay, something is going on. Hold on.
If I'm muted, can you hear me?
Facebook.
Here.
Okay, now go to Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
now we want a spotlight for everyone. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It should be great.
Okay, I will continue where I stopped
I'm
because we had
hoping that it works.
Yeah,
some
yes.
technical issues. So here is Rudbeckias, so light yellow flowers, but I will show you another version which I had here. So I already gave it as a present to my friend, but you can see she wears this bright yellow Rudbeckias, and I'm going to create this color today. So, and by the way, I have some kits today. So for the yellow flowers, for the pink or corn flowers. So please take a look, and also you can find my printed tutorial here and use it for the class today. Yeah, and also just a quick announcement. I'm not sure if anybody ever did the subscription to the Bead and Jewelry magazine. Have you heard about it? Bead and Jewelry. This is the UK magazine, and this daisy earring pattern was published in this magazine in April. So yeah, here it is. A lot of pictures, a lot of steps, a lot of pages. Yeah, here it is. And also, if you have a chance to get it, you will see an article with my bead art there as well. So you can find it on their website. Okay, so let's start beading today. Let me switch my camera down. So here I decided to go with the yellow daisies today, or it's better to call them Rudbeckias. And we need to have our 24 gauge wire, or it's 0.5 millimeters. And I decided to go with this. Oh, sorry. I need to switch to the full view. Yeah. You can, oh, by the way, I forgot to show you another version. Like, for example, usually for white flowers, I'm using the silver wire, but you can always be creative. And for example, for these two flowers, I used golden wire and golden ear wires, everything golden. So it also looks pretty. And for yellow flowers, I normally used golden wire, but today I decided to go with this darker. It's called hematite, but it will match my green beads, which is the olivine shade. So let's start with stringing 40 centimeters of beads on this 24 gauge wire. And by the way, I will tell all the numbers in centimeters. I hope you have the ruler, metric ruler, because like sometimes it will be very small amounts, like 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters. It's just easier to use that ruler. So, and you already strand your beads? Oh, nice. Yeah, now you don't even need to cut your wire from a spool because because we will do it later after we make our petals. But now I'm just like releasing some wire, so I have at least 30 centimeters to start with. So you see, I already strand 40 centimeters of my yellow beads. Yeah, so now measure 30 centimeters of bare wire. Let me actually check my tutorial here. Yeah, 30 centimeters. And start making loops out of your beads. The loops we need to create 13 loops from 2.5 to 3.5 centimeters. So if you like this design, all the petals are different.
Oh,
Yeah, you can choose any number, like start with 2.5, for example, then the second petal can be 3 centimeters, the third one can be 3.5, then the fourth one can be 2.8, then 3.2, 3 again, or 3 and 5. So just be creative, however you feel. So usually I start with the smallest. So I measure 2.5 centimeters here and make a loop. Then press it a little bit. So your loop is like squeezed shape, not very round, but prolonged shape. And twist your wires underneath the loop 2 times. Then the second loop will be, for example, the biggest one, 3.5 centimeters. So I measure 3.5 and also shape the loop, give it a flattened shape, and then twist 2 times. And you see, I like working with 2-cut beads, and if you have 2-cut beads as well, be careful, because this type of beads can be fragile. So while you are twisting or squeezing them, sometimes they can break, especially this type. You see, this is the check 2-cut beads, and they are pretty fine, like very fine, prolonged type. So yeah, now I have 2 loops, and I will make the third one, which will be 3 centimeters. Oh, and by the way, I need to point this out, that before I am making a loop, like I am giving it a shape, I leave only a couple of millimeters, like 2, maximum 3 millimeters here. And the goal is, when you make your loop, when you twist 2 times, there should be almost no space between the loops. So all this 2 millimeter or 3 millimeter space will be used to create the wire sort of leg underneath your loop, like I will show right now. So so I am twisting 1, 2 times, and this space is used to create this little tiny wire leg under the loop. But the loops are very close to each other, like they are almost going from the same spot. Why is it needed? Because like you see, if you have a little bead here or crystal, we need this hole in the middle of the flower be as small as possible, so your bead will be able to cover all your wire works, all the twists and everything.
Love it, just hide it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a bigger, for example, you can always choose something bigger in the middle, then it will be a little bit easier, because if you leave some spaces, like it will be easier to cover with a bigger bead. Yeah, but if the bead is small like this, it's better to make it as small as possible. Yeah, and now I already have 13 loops, and I'm just going to continue all the way until I have, oh, sorry, I said 13. I meant I have 3 loops, and now I'm going to continue and create 10 more. So on the whole, we have 13 loops of different sizes. Yeah.
Fast at wrapping them loops.
My last loop was 3 millimeters, sorry, 3 centimeters. So now I will do something like 2.8, for example. Then the next one will be like 3.2. Then 3.5. I never tried to create the same size of the loops, but you can always try, for example, and make all the loops 3 centimeters. This is also possible, and see how it looks. If you have a tiny space between the loops, it's okay to have a tiny space. Like, and the main idea is that it's not like big spaces between each and every loop. So the hole in the middle is pretty small.
feel like I could use one more thing.
Rochelle, are you done?
Well, we're posting on Facebook,
Okay,
to tell everybody to go to your page, and we've been sharing back and forth, and
okay,
so
yeah.
Svetlana, so she shared now easy, Hannah was able to share. So now if anybody was there, they can see it now on the right
No
page,
worries.
then go to your page.
Okay, how many do I have? 5, 10, 12. So I need one more. And usually like, yeah, 40 centimeters. And I just have like a couple of beads left from those 40 centimeters that we strand. Yeah, I will admit somebody is entering. Okay, so now I have all 13 petals or loops, and we need to cut the second wire the same or maybe just a little bit bigger, so even a little bit longer. So like about our first wire was 30 centimeters. Now we can cut leaving a 35 centimeters tail, but you don't even need to measure. You just can use your eye to cut it a little bit longer like this. Yeah, so usually at this point, I like to shape them a little, to give them a shape. You can use your nylon nose pliers to help yourself. Some petals can be bent downwards, some can be upwards. So all different. And let me know if everybody is ready. Jen, how many?
Oh, no, I'm always out. You keep going.
Yeah, I just have an idea.
I feel like I'm all fingers.
I can show you
Or all palm.
like my instructions first. So like all the way down to the process, and then while like if whoever needs to finish while we are doing this.
Yeah, no.
So you have the whole picture in front of you. So you see we started with one petal, one loop, then the second one is very close, the third one also very close, and all 13 leaving just a little circle in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah. And then after that yeah, this is like we are at this stage when we finished all 13 loops. And then we will start working with these two ends of wire, and we will use one of them to circle our work. So we have a flower, and the second one will be used to put a bead or your crystal in the middle. Then we will need to make it so both wire ends meet on the back of the flower like this, on two different sides. You see, not from the same side, but two different sides. And then, yeah, here you can shape your petals. And then we will string our green beads 25 centimeters on our wire ends. And we will start working with these green leaves. So in your pattern, you will see, like, you will need to be very careful, like how much is the string for each and every part. And you can even, like you see here in my pattern, I used just a pencil to draw right here. So like it helps me to not to read the text all the time, but just to quickly see, okay, the first loop will be 3.5 centimeters, then there will be the space of 3.5 centimeters between them, then the second loop, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but also we will make leaves like that. The first leaf will be easy, like this, just a small loop. Then we will need to create a branch with two side bead leaves, like this, you see. So first leaf is on the left, then we will create this kind of pointed middle, and the second leaf on the right. Yeah, so here will be our branch. Then we will twist them and do the same on the other side, but just on the other side, it will be one branch without the first leaf. Yeah, and then this will be our stem with the leaves and branches. Yeah, then we will twist them, and we will cut this excess wire, bend it in the loop, and we can use this loop to attach a tiny little drop, like crystal, here at the end. Yeah, but then we will also create a second flower, which will be much easier because the beginning is the same 13 petals, the same amount of beads, and just a simple little leaf. Yeah, and the final thing is to attach your crystal at the end and your ear wires to the flower. And by the way, here, both flowers are like attached by the petals, so like flowers up, but I also have this other version. Let me show you. Even more asymmetrical, because here, this flower is just a simple flower head, and this one will be hanging with its head down. So yeah, you can go either way. Like you can wear it like this by your petal and the stem goes down, or you can wear it like this, so it hangs by the stem and the petals are down. Which one do you prefer?
Oh.
Yeah, you can create many variations in color and size and shape. Oh, also let me show you, like say if creating branches like this is too maybe difficult, or you want, like you don't have a lot of time, there is also a simpler version. Like you can create just as simple as this, just one simple loop on one side and one simple loop on the other side. Just this is not an earring, this is for my other bouquet like this.
Like the lucite leaves, like this.
Oh,
So-
interesting. Yeah.
Because lucite is so lightweight.
Oh, right, right.
I got a whole bunch to use on my crown.
Mm, mhm.
And
Take one out.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can try. Yeah, definitely you can try.
We just
Mhm.
thought they were the same color as the green
Oh,
bead.
wow.
And so, yeah, they're
Yeah.
just lucite.
Yeah, we in this case we will need to redo the pattern and just string these beads together with the other beads on our wire. Yeah, so we will get something like
Is
that.
the hole through the end? Or you
It's
go
through
over-
the end by the
Okay.
little stem, so it sticks out like.
Oh, so when you do the green, you just, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like something
Yeah,
like
it looks
that.
like that.
Yeah, like that. Oh, I like this idea. I would like to try. Not right now because Oh, thank you.
To
Oh,
you
thank
as
you.
teacher. I always like to bring teacher gifts.
Mhm. And where did you get them?
I got them from a vendor when I was at the Tucson show. But like Lotus Bead sells some lucite, there's a little bit of section at Bobby Bead.
Mm.
So,
Okay, yeah. I will try to create a flower with them. Nice. Good idea. Thank you. Yeah, so now let's create our center. So for this yellow flower again, I'm going to make a rudbeckia. Do you have rudbeckias on your backyard?
I have them
Is
in
that-
my front
Is that
yard.
Daisy? Is that Russian for Daisy or?
No, it's the yellow, like a black-eyed Susan.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, okay.
and they're
I
in my front
think,
yard.
yeah.
I think I'm allergic to them.
But you can have your earrings and you will not be allergic to
Yes,
earrings.
absolutely.
Uh-huh. Okay, so just hold your piece the same way as we started, like this was our first loop, and then all the way to our 13th. This one, the last one, has this wire. Let's just call it the second wire, and the first one, which we measure in the beginning, is our first wire. So don't touch the second wire so far, just direct it upwards so it's not on your way, and put your first wire between two last petals, petal number 13 and petal number 12. So put it between them, tighten well so your petals circle together and make a perfect flower, and then tighten again on the back side. So you see now we have our petals circled, and here is our wire on the back side. But on our second wire, which we directed upwards, just string your crystal or bead or whatever you have for a needle. Put it in the middle, right in the middle. And now we need to separate the petals in two halves. So starting with this petal where the first wire is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can put this second wire somewhere like between the 6th and the 7th petal, and tighten it and bring it to the back. So now, as you see, we have two wire ends on the back. Did it work out for somebody?
We're getting there.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Well, I have my.
Good job.
Mhm.
Very good.
Are you using seed beads?
Pardon me?
Seed beads?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And mine said,
Oh,
Goodness,
it's a miracle grow.
Oh, you're almost done.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna add like leaves to this layer and add some more petals. Like I said, it needs some miracle
Sometimes when they start off in spring, they're a little leggy.
That's the thing, that's in white. I'm sorry.
Since flowers come in every color, the Gerber daisies come in almost every color there is.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. Farmer's market this morning had the prettiest colors.
Even purple.
Yeah, like fuchsia.
Mm. Yeah, that's why. Oh, hi, Paulette. Yeah, I like this one too. Yeah, and the nice thing is that even if you don't have white beads at home right now, you can always create any color, like this black-eyed Susan or cornflower, some pink flower. What
I'm
would be
using
the pink?
flower with rose gold wire.
Mhm.
So it's going to be like, I don't know, those little tiny forget-me-not things. I don't know what they're
Or like
called.
marigold. Or
Well,
what are the names?
well, they're really teeny tiny.
Mhm.
They're in the fairy flower family.
Okay, right now, if you are done with the flower, it's time to string your green beads. So, as you remember, we have two ends, and one is a little bit longer, like 35 centimeters. Another one is just 30 centimeters. I will put more green beads on the longer end, which will be 25 centimeters. And usually I prefer to use more beads in my spinner. But even if you have like not a lot of beads, here in my kit I have 4 grams of green beads. So here I have them in a bead spinner. You can still string. It will take a little bit more time if it's not a lot of beads in a spinner, but still it's possible. Or you can always just use a normal old way to string beads, like from your beading pad. Yeah. But it's not a lot of beads, like not like several meters, like, you know, like for bigger flowers. It's just 20 and 25 now. But if I have a lot of beads in my bead spinner, I sometimes even use both wire ends to string at the same time, simultaneously. Like this. Yeah, now it's easier to do one by one.
Started with beaded wire flowers. I mean, of all the different crafts you can do with beads, why did you choose wire flowers?
I think I just like that they look like sculptures and they have like 3D look. And I like I when I was very little, I wanted to sew, like using my sewing machine. But something like I had a little sewing machine for kids, but something didn't work with that. Like it was making some loops. Like I didn't have a luck with that. And after that, I stopped liking needles. So when I found out that there is wire and French beading and flowers from wire and beads, I really fell in love. And actually, my husband bought me a book uh, from Italy, I think. The author is Donatella Ciotti. And this was my first beading book. So I just started to repeat the designs from the book.
To learn the technique.
Yeah, to learn the technique. And everybody was liking it. Like nobody ever saw it previously in my city or my town. It was something new because usually people only did like Victorian beading using
And it-
needles.
And it takes some practice to be good at it too.
Yeah, right.
Well, and you make it look, that flower so realistic, which is what I think of. Because that's part of it.
Right. This is what I also like that. Yeah, especially if you're using two cut beads.
Yeah, I'm using 11 hexas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember my first beaded rose I made out of seed beads, and it was cute. But then when I tried to make the same from two cut beads, it was something. It was so shiny, so sparkly.
Bring them
Yeah.
back.
Since then, my favorite material is two cut beads. And when I had my first exhibition in the summer on our city day, and I put all my beaded pieces on a table, and there was sunshine and all the two cut beads were sparkling. People saw it from the distance and everybody had a question. What is this? Is it from stone? Is it from glass? Like, what is this? Like, I saw people's eyes and they were literally like wide open, inspired. And then somebody asked me at that point, do you teach? But I didn't teach at that time. But then a couple or maybe 3 years later, I started teaching, and that lady came to me, and she was my student. So she was waiting for a couple of years, and then she took my classes for 3 years, and she was also very good professional in it, in French beading. Oh, it takes time for me to string. Maybe I will use. Mhm. I will use just a normal way now. So if you have a lot of beads at home and a bead spinner, just put at least 50 grams of beads into a bead spinner. This is the ideal amount to string easy and quick. We have 20 now. Yeah, it's about 18, but I think it's okay. So after you are done stringing your green beads, just make little loops at the end of your wires so you don't lose them.
Ah.
Yeah.
How long do we cut this wire that's been on the spool for our second wire?
Yeah, just a little bit longer than your first one. Your first one was 30 centimeters, now make it 35. But you don't even need your ruler, just,
No, just this
yeah,
long?
using your, yeah, just a little bit longer, like 5 centimeters long, like a couple of inches longer. Are you ready to continue and start your greens? Okay, I'm going to use my pattern now, and usually, like for myself at home, I have this picture where I can see like how many centimeters for the loops, etc. Yeah, but I will try to explain and show right now. So let's start with the longest wire with 25 centimeters of beads, which will be this first, like this branch on the right. So it consists of one leaf and one branch with two side leaves here. I will put it here so you can see it. So first of all, measure 2.5 centimeters of beads. And bring them as close to the flower as possible. So this will be the start of our stem. Then measure 3.5 centimeters for the first leaf. And again, bring your beads closer to your initial beads, just leaving about 2-3 millimeters, and make a loop, which we also squeeze a little bit, so it's not round, but it's oval, prolonged shape. And twist it 2 times, 1, 2. And these 2-3 millimeters of space should be used to create this tiny little wire leg underneath the loop. So you can see it, right? And these initial beads, which was 2.5 centimeters, they are pretty tight. So there is no space between of them. And you can bend your loop like this right away. So it's kind of 45 degrees angle here. Then measure 3.5 centimeters again to continue our stem. 3.5. Bring them closer to this first leaf and measure 2.5 centimeters for the next leaf. But here, just pay some attention. Here we need to leave more space than before. Here we need to have at least 5 or 6 millimeters of bare wire and create this leaf at this point, measure it, twist it a couple of times. So you have, after you do it, you have some spare spacing between your beads, because we will use that space later to finish the branch. So yeah, this is a tricky part because if you forget, then you will need to do something like cut one of your beads, but it's always a little bit risky, because if you cut it, it can hurt the wire, and then your wire will be a little bit scratched. After that, we will measure 5 centimeters. Okay, here it is. And if you look at my schema or pattern here, you kind of see this flower straight. But we cannot proceed to create this third leaf until we bend this 5 centimeters of string, because, like, say, if we create the third leaf and it will be very tight, then we will start bending our leaf and the beads will start breaking, because it will be like a big tension. Yeah, that's why before we create our third leaf, let's bend it. Let's bend this 5 centimeters. So kind of form a tip of our branch. So this is our side leaf, which will be lower than the tip. So the tip should go higher. Yeah, so this is what we are making, this tip, this one. Okay, and only after that, when you already fold this 5 centimeter of beads back onto itself, now you can create the third leaf, which will be 3.5 centimeters again. Here it is. Again, this is simple. Just bring them close, leaving just about 2-3 millimeters. Form a loop, press it, and twist it 2 times. So now it's tight. Tight and nice. Beads are not moving. Yeah, and we have 2 side leaves already. We can bend them at a 45 degree angle. So this is kind of the start of our branch. And then at the end, we just need to add 3 more beads. And remember, we left some spacing between our previous beads, and we will use it now. So just decide, like, for example, it should be the same length on both sides. So just free this space here on the same level where you have your last bead, or like on this side, and just twist both wires here like that. You see, I'm going to twist it here in this free space also a couple of times. 1, 2. Okay, so now I have this branch. It's a little bit crooked now, but let me give it a shape. I'm just going to twist the branch itself. and the leaves a little bit like that. And even this first loop, just twist it once, straighten everything, bend it again a little bit. And at the end, we will need, I think, a couple of beads, just 2 beads at the end here. Yeah, and the rest we can just put back in our spinner. So when you do it first time, just follow the description from the pattern. Here it says everything like how much to measure of beads, how much to step for spacing. Just follow the steps. And yeah, now I will make a little loop at the end again. Cute. Oh, I like your pedals kind of started to double.
Yeah, I
Volume.
lost count, and so the little guy is stacked in front.
So you made a little bit more than 13 pedals?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I have 16.
Yeah, you can always change the pattern and make more or less however you feel.
Brought a light on.
Mhm. So any questions? How is it going? Yeah, but as I said, like, for example, if now you want to keep up and continue to the second one, but you like, for example, you are like you don't have enough time to make all the leaves like that and the branch, you can always make it simple for now, like this, like that. So just, yeah, like for example, leave the same 2.5 centimeters for the stem, then create this little 3.5 centimeter first leaf, and then leave like, I don't know, 3.5 centimeters of beads at the end. And after that, we will start making our second part. Yeah. And you can always create something simple like that for your first earring. Okay, also you see in my pattern here, where I am making the second part, I just put the numbers from the text with my pencil. So here it will be 5 centimeters for the stem, for the initial stem, then 2.5 centimeters for the loop, then 5 centimeters for the tip of the branch, and 3 centimeters for the second loop, and 3 beads at the end. So let's make this second part, the other side. So first I need to measure 5 centimeters for the stem. So here it is. Again, bring it closer to your flower, all the way up to your yellow or white or whatever color of your beads. Then measure 2.5 centimeters for the leaf. And here, again, pay attention. Here, we need to have this space enough of the space, which is 5 or even 6 millimeters of free space. Then at this point, create your loop, twist it 2 times. And now we have some spacing in between our 5 centimeters, which we will use to finish our branch the same way as we did it first time. Yeah, then again, 5 centimeters. And the same way here, we need to first shape these 5 centimeters to have a pointed top, like tip, which is higher than our side leaf, a little bit higher. Yeah, and now after we gave it a shape, we folded it. Now we can make the second side leaf, which will be 3 centimeters. So the first one was 2.5. The second one is a little bit small, bigger, 3 centimeters. And here we just step and leave just normal spacing, which is 2 or 3 millimeters. So after we twist it, these beads are nice and tight and they don't move. Then after that, we need to count 3 beads at the end, the same amount as we had here with the previous branch. And the same way, now we are going to use this free space between the initial beads to twist the wires together to finish our branch. Okay. Yeah, and now I can continue twisting the beads as well, so the branch looks twisted and nice and tight, like this. Yeah, and now I just put it on its place, like bend it so it doesn't remain like at a 90-degree angle. This is not beautiful, right? Just bend it a little bit at a 45-degree angle to the stem, so all the leaves are kind of look towards your flower. Yeah, and then, okay, so here I only left 2 beads, and here you don't even need to measure or count beads, just use your previous side to decide how much beads to leave. So they should be the equal length. So for example, this time it's like only 5 beads. Sometimes it like you can never, when you make with your hands, right, handwork, you can never repeat the same, absolutely the same. Sometimes it's 1.5 centimeters. This time it's only like 1 centimeter, so it can always differ. Yeah, and now when you are ready, when you have both sides the same length, just twist your wires together at the end, very tight, as tight as possible. No, actually not as tight as possible, because if you do it too tight, you can break your wire. So find the golden middle.
What happens when you do break your wire?
It depends on yeah, where you did it, but usually I am a perfectionist. I just start from scratch because I don't like to have like broken
You can't
flowers.
hide in the wire and add on more. It's not very easy to do.
No, you can, but for example, in this, like you see, for this earring, we only use 1 wire. to create the whole piece, like the petals to attach center and then the stem with the leaves. So the value of this flower is not to have extra wire ends. And if you break it somewhere in the middle, of course, you can kind of twist a new wire to it to attach and tuck your wires somewhere in the middle of the stem, because we are also going to twist the stem now. So you can even hide it somewhere. But it depends. Maybe it still will be visible a little bit. That's why I would prefer just to make a new one. Also, it depends if you're making a present to somebody, you want it to be perfect. If you are making something for sale, also it should be perfect. But if you are like just having fun, working like in the evening, like making a beaded bouquet like this, in the bouquet you probably will not see that one of the flowers has some little tiny defect. Yeah. I remember I was making a big cup-shaped beaded rose, and I was so thorough twisting the wires at the end when I already finished like a very big, huge petal, which like a lot of colors, which took me several hours. And I just needed to twist the working wire to the leg and I'm done. And I broke something. I think I broke the leg. And I didn't want to remake everything because it will be just like half of a day work lost, gone. So what I did, I just took another wire, I kind of weaved it through the base wire, so restored the wire leg and then used it to attach that working wire again. But from that moment, I realized, no, I don't need to be so thorough sometimes. Like you don't need to twist your wire too tough. Yeah, because sometimes the
Be gentler with the wire.
yeah. You need to find this golden middle. It should be tight enough to keep shape, but at the same time, not too tight to break. Okay, now let's just twist our stem like that. Yeah, like I usually start twisting from the petals all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, like this. And then after you twist it, it's kind of again all the way, all the different ways around. So just finish, straighten everything again, bend them so they look nice and organized.
Organized.
Yeah,
right. I know.
Also decide where the face of your flower will be and direct your leaves that side. Because the final thing you see, our flowers, this one looks more like a flower that is still growing in the field, like watching the sun, but not an earring. And for the earring, we needed more flat. So the final touch is to bend our head, flower head, like that. So it faces this way, together with your leaves. Okay, so let me just bring this camera down again. So now if you're ready to get rid of these long wire ends, take your wire cutters and then also these round nose pliers to make a little loop at the end. So, and again, in the tutorial in step 31, it says to leave about 9 millimeters of this wire end. Again, it can be like 8, 9, 1 maybe is a little bit too much. It depends on how big your loop, how big you want your loop to be. So if you want to be very tiny, not very visible, then make it 8 millimeters or 9 is also good. Yeah, I usually use just my eye, but you can always use your ruler. Yeah, so this is about 9 millimeters. So I will cut it here. So now I have this little tip, and then I'm going also to use my pliers to bend these wires like this on the side. You see a little bit on the side. This helps us to center our loop. And then now I'm finally using the round nose pliers to bend this loop like that. Okay, so here it is. Here is my little loop. And then I'm going to use it to put this little drop-shaped crystal at the bottom. So you have something sparkly and hanging from your stem.
Sparkly.
Yeah. Okay, I still have a little bit of beads left here, so I will just put them back into the spinner. Do we have anybody who is done or almost done with the first flower? Oh, I see Rochelle is close. Yeah.
Stand better.
Mhm. If there is somebody online who is making it, you can show us in your camera. I wonder which colors are you using?
What color are you making, Paulette? Usually you have a different color scheme than the rest of us.
I am actually waiting to see how she did it before I try, because I have to find a nice center bead. And
Oh,
I have two cut either, so. But
oh, and by the way, if you want the same, like I am currently using this kit. So I have made like 10 kits, 6 with yellow beads, and I have the same like diamond shaped, or what do you call it? This shape.
Fire Paulette?
octagon or pentagon.
Yeah, yeah, center bead.
It's a,
Cubic zirconia.
it's a cubic
Yeah,
zirconia.
I've got these beads at these crystals at Bobby Bead, and like they
Where-
don't have them
where's it
anymore.
Do we go to online with you to get the kit or?
Just, I can buy it and send it to you, Paulette.
Okay, well, I can, because I can send whatever check or whatever it is.
Yellow, you got yellow and pink, right?
The kits.
The kids.
It's colors of
Yeah,
kits.
yeah, yellow and pink is this one, But here I don't have the same crystals. I don't have yellow crystals of the same shape. It's just like normal round bead, faceted bead. And also I have another type, which is a little bit lighter. Dim, show please.
Oh, oh, how much are the, because maybe I'll take one of each. I don't know.
Yeah. The kit is $20 and it includes this printed
Okay. Well,
PDF.
I really like the yellow one, so I'll take a yellow one. Definitely.
Okay, and the yellow one, Dim, can you show me? I will show you, like I have a variation with wire. So I have this, the same hematite wire, no, silver, please. Yeah, I'm using this, one kit has the same hematite wire, which I'm using right now, and golden pin and golden like ear wire, yeah. And another one has this silver wire and silver findings. So whatever you prefer.
Hmm.
It can be both, like I mean any.
I
It
think
can
I like the gold, I think, maybe. The gold finding, maybe. That one
yeah,
there.
this one. Okay, sounds good.
'Cause I used to have blonde hair.
Okay. I will
Blonde
put-
hair and blue green eyes. Now it's kind of gray, but that's all right.
I'm also going to like, because this pattern was published in the magazine recently, like I showed this prints. Oh, sorry, I will. Yeah, so I showed this already, but I also prepared like a very detailed tutorial, which I'm going to post on Etsy in June. I cannot do it now because I signed the agreement with the magazine. They asked not to publish, but they allowed me to teach it here today. Because normally they ask not to share it anywhere on internet. Yeah. And then this pattern, like it has, let me see, 60 pictures and 30 pages, like with very detailed step by step, even more detailed than the one that which we are using now. Yeah. And a lot of pictures, like examples of different colors. So if you are interested in getting this version, then you will be able to find it on my Etsy. Like you can always text me, message me in Messenger on Facebook, for example, or anywhere in social media like Instagram. And then, or just if you want to support my art also, it's a nice way to get something for yourself. And yeah, extra detailed tutorial.
So, yeah, don't twist your wire too hard or you will break.
You can do that.
I did
Oh.
take the bottom off, so I just shortened it.
Oh, cool. Can I show it, by the way? Yeah. Rochelle created something beautiful here. Oh, just a second. Yeah, look at it. I like it. Can you show your broken piece?
Oh, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
part that I broke. It was the stem was much longer. And so the end stem broke off.
Yeah, you see, this was supposed to be the second, but I even like it this way.
So that's why, you know, sometimes it's just meant to be.
Yeah, and I usually like I say the petals should be not round but very like yeah oval, and I never tried it this way, and but now I see it also looks cute. It looks like lace or something.
Because I was using size 11 hexes.
Mhm.
And so they resemble your two cuts a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And I wrapped them too tight because I wasn't listening. And So they, with being round are the beads I were using.
Yeah, and so this is, oh, I like this crystal too.
Yeah, that's actually citrine.
Oh, citrine. Do you have more of these?
We do at Lotus Beads. We have citrine, we have rose quartz. we
Oh,
have
this is
amethyst, we have
exactly what I
carnelian,
need too.
And there's one more here that I have in my little bucket, so this is
Okay.
what they look like.
I will need to come to Lotus
See,
Beads.
this is what they look
Mm.
like.
Oh, why you didn't tell me yesterday? But I still need those beads. Like I like any types of beads.
Switch.
Yeah. And I like
The fourth, none of them went through the wire.
I tried it
Oh,
on the wire.
and
but
I
not-
like this double look, like her petals are two layers. I like it too.
But if you did 26 gauge wire to put the flower on it,
Oh.
would work.
And she made
Called for
this
24.
loop also the interesting way, like she has one wire, so that's why she just wrapped it on itself.
I've already got it.
Okay, but so far we only have one flower, and the second one I already like, even if you are not making it, I can explain about the second flower again.
Yeah, give us your tips and tricks for your
Yeah.
second flower and
Again, the
and
steps.
then more, how do people find you so that they can get a kit from you or take your tutorial?
Yes, please. And you see the second flower, this pattern is much easier.
How is it different?
I mean, the green part is much easier, but the flower itself is the same. So the same number of petals, 13 loops, 2.5 from 2.5 to 3.5 centimeters. So different sizes. The same way, but we remember, for this one, we started from measuring 30 centimeters of bare wire, but for this one, just measure 10 centimeters instead of 30. Yeah, and start making your petals and then circle them the same way. Like, where is my, like the same exact way, like remember one wire, the second wire we will use to attach our bead, center bead or crystal, but the first wire will be used to circle the last loop with connect the last loop with the first loop and circle this all the way. Yeah, and then you will get to the second wire also cut it the same size, also 10 centimeters or a little bit longer. It doesn't really matter. It will, even 10 centimeters will be enough. Then they will go on the back the same way, like not from one side, but from two different sides. Yeah, of the center. And then measure, oh, sorry, count and string six beads on one wire end and about 3 centimeters on this on another end, on the second end. And what do we do with these 3 centimeters? We just count 3 beads and bring them closer to our flower. Then let me use my cheat sheet here. Then I measure 2 centimeters for the leaf. For the leaf. Like this. Bring these beads very close, leaving just our normal 2-3 millimeters of wire here. Shape a loop. As usual, I pinch it a little bit on the sides so it's oval, but Rochelle can make round one. Then twist 2 times. So that space is now used to create a little wire leg. Oh, by the way, this is your second one. And then, oh, you see, this time I only have 3 beads left from those 3 centimeters, which is right, because I need 3 beads, 3 last beads on top. And here I have already 6 beads on the first wire. So they are supposed to be the same length, you see? Both kind of sides are supposed to be the same length, and now this is what I have, so I don't even need to take off extra beads, because this is like very what I needed. And now we just start twisting our wires the same way, not too tight, but tight enough to secure it properly. And simultaneously with this, you may notice that these green beads also start twisting a little bit, which is right. This is what I need. So now let me just put the leaf like nice on the side. So you see this little leaf is on the side. I don't know, sometimes camera that doesn't focus. So let me move some extra. Yeah, so and also I like to use these nylon nose pliers to extra.
See, that's the trick. She's using the nylon.
I
Yeah.
was using my fingers.
Nylon nose pliers
Fingers probably what did it.
help kind of, yeah, first of all, you don't hurt your fingers, and then it's tight and it doesn't scratch your wire as would normal pliers do. So then the same way we just cut this excess wire, leaving about 8-9 millimeters here. And then the same way bend our wire and coil it into the loop like this. Yeah, so we will use this little loop to hang our flower in the in the ear wire. So let me do it right now. So yeah, here I have these ear wires, and let me just open up my loop a little bit. Yeah, like this. Put it here in the ear wire. And close it. Okay, so this is our little flower. Also, like, bend this green stem close to your petals. So when you hang it, it's kind of, it doesn't look down on the ground, but it looks straight on whoever you are talking with. And they can see all the sparkles. Mhm. Yeah, and then I will use these. Oh, by the way, I ran out of these yellow beads. But say if you have a drop-shaped crystal with the vertical hole, like this one, like the one that I put in the kit, then you just use your pin, put your crystal like that, and also make a loop, a little loop. You know how to make a loop, right? So you have it, yeah. Yeah, and then just
just take from it.
yeah, and then just open your uh loop at the end of the stem and just hang this little crystal here. But say if sometimes it's hard to find the crystal with the vertical loop, sorry, hole, but you can find this crystal with the horizontal, yeah, hole. Let me just use my pliers maybe to hold it. Yeah, like this one. This will require just a little bit more of wire work
Sure.
because you need to string your wire, then like create this little loop for the crystal to hold, and then create this loop on top and wire it on itself. So this way you can use it again to hang your crystal here. So I just need to open this loop again, put it here, close it. Yeah, here we go.
Good.
So pretty.
Yeah, and I only have one last thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this ear wire, and you see, we can also make it like that. So this is a simpler way because you just need to open your loop and hang your crystal and your ear wire here. And by the way, here you still can have your crystal.
Sure.
It will like extra sparkle and something moving and hanging. Or you can use one of the petals on top to put your ear wire. This is the only thing to think about when you are choosing the ear wire is that this loop should be big enough to be able to like
Fit the pedal.
yeah, to fit the petal, your beads diameter. So open this little loop like that. Then I'm thinking if I should use this longer one or shorter one. Let me see. Oh, maybe shorter one. So now I put my beads here like this, and
It's
then just
pretty, you're
close it. Yeah, I've got this on Amazon.
Oh,
Mm.
Robin wanted to know which magazine.
Just a second. So this is the final look of my yellow
Oh,
black-eyed Susan.
very nice.
Okay, hope you create your own daisies, black-eyed Susan or rudbeckias or cornflowers or whatever you want, and please share it with us, with me on Facebook. I always like to see like when people create things like that, and always it's very different for everybody, like, right? Okay, so this is the English magazine called Bead and jewelry. Unfortunately, it's still on the way. I still didn't get it, but I can show you a little bit from inside. So this is the same masterclass tutorial on beaded daisies. Also, like a lot of pages, a lot of pictures. And there will be also an article about my art, my other flowers, pictures, some like interview. And this is the April issue, number 136. So if you go on there, let me maybe try to search it online.
You don't have the things that come in.
So it's called Bead and Jewelry Magazine. I think this is a popular magazine, right? I've heard about it before. No, not in here.
Mostly.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
actually ordered the magazine before, so you can get the magazine. It's very, very cool.
oh,
Here, that's
am I sharing?
not on,
Uh-huh.
no.
You need to share it.
Oh,
share it.
sorry. I will share now. Share. Mm,
No, over to the left. Oh, yeah.
yeah. Mhm. Okay, can you see it, right?
Yes.
And who did you say
Look.
ordered this
Here it is.
magazine?
No,
Uh,
Robin,
Paulette, I said I've ordered it before.
You've
You can get print copies or
yeah,
downloaded.
yeah. Yeah, and here it shows order print or download now. So you can, and this is the issue number 136, April issue. So this is kind of also some beautiful jewelry here. Yeah, and you will find something about myself, my art, and this beading tutorial again. Yeah. Okay. So let me know, by the way, I would like to ask those who participated today, let me know if you liked something, like what did you like most about the lesson today? Which part? Who
We did
wants
have
to share?
comments. Paulette says she really likes the golden yellow color and the black eye Susan center bead.
Yeah, this one.
And Maggie says, thanks for sharing your expertise.
and
Thank
we had
you.
lots of people that on Facebook that were talking about how good quality your video and how you were showing, everything was very clear and
Yeah, it's
pretty
good.
and.
Oh, thank you. Mhm.
And, so there's lots of people who were watching on Facebook.
Yeah, I hope it was
I bet you
easy
showed
for
them buffets too, so that was very nice, that you could make one as an earring or make part of it for, like Rochelle has something in her headpiece, or hairpiece, and then you can make a necklace, or you can make a little bouquet.
I'm so I like Rochelle is already done with her.
Let me put it in my ear. And so,
Oh,
thank you so much for joining us today. See, I made an earring out of it
Mhm.
and I put
So
mine upside
cool.
down. And so,
and I like how you combine it with your other beads.
yeah, I put the other ones over
Yeah,
there.
and with your
so,
cool. Oh, my husband has a surprise or prize for somebody who created
We'll go
it.
to Rochelle.
Yeah.
Wow.
During the class. I
Chocolate.
hope you like the dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate. It's like medicine to me.
Mhm.
Especially after you start, being older in life, chocolate will cure everything, anxiety, stress, depression, everything,
And
chocolate's the
makes you
answer.
younger.
It does. I concur. So, so sweet. It's been so much fun.
I actually just thought about, like, maybe you can even create an earring.
A ring. It would be so.
Oh, sorry,
cute.
just a ring.
A ring.
Yeah, a ring, just to match your earrings, and
See?
even a pendant, like a lot.
Well, and
yeah.
brooches are super popular.
It's just a beaded, so you could attach.
Oh,
it.
right,
Attach
right.
it to your
Yeah.
peyote ring, or you
Yeah.
could attach it to
Yeah.
a peace
Or it
ring.
could be, make a beaded bead with it, and then you can actually attach it to a
Yeah.
necklace or.
As Jen
Uh-huh.
showed, she has a beaded ring and you can attach it to there, or you can just use any like this simple metal
The base.
base for your ring. Like, yeah, by the way, this is the one, but you can put your daisy instead of this one.
And I can't wait to see what you're all doing. Post your pictures in the comment section of your pieces when you're finished, whether it's bouquets or earrings, brooches, whatever you make. We'd love to see what you made, and you could always message them as well to Upper Midwest Bead Society on Facebook. We'd love to see what you made. And if you want to join Upper Midwest Bead Society, just go to our website, umbs.org, and hit the membership page. And there's an easy clickable link to PayPal right there. It's only $35 a year. And you get our Monday night meetings that are only available to members. Our Saturdays are free. We're trying to have a reach out program to get more and more people to come. So please check out our website and join us in June. We've got 2 great events, and so we look forward to seeing you there. Otherwise, check out Svetlana Sepegina at your website is Super Beezer, right? Because you're
Yeah.
a super beater.
Yeah. Or my YouTube channel where I teach how to make many more pieces like Christmas trees, pussy willows, and different roses and different flowers.
And your YouTube channel is the same one?
Yeah, I actually have a link, or like you can check the last page from my document, and it's called Super Beazer. Beazer means beads, so Super Beads by Svetlana. And you can always put my first name and last name. Yeah, and I can't wait to see your color choices, so please share with us your designs, your earrings.
Super duper. Thanks so much. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next time. Bye.
Bye.